My beloved child, I know the ache you are carrying tonight. I know the way you have knelt beside your bed, the way you have whispered the same request until the words felt worn thin in your mouth. I know the way you checked to see if anything has changed. The situation, the diagnosis, the relationship, the door that still will not open. And I know the quiet disappointment that settles in your chest when it looks, once again, exactly the same as it did yesterday. You have not said this out loud to anyone, but I have heard it. Somewhere between your prayers and your pillow, you have wondered, is he even listening? Is anything happening at all? Beloved, I want to tell you something today, gently, because your heart is tender, and I will not be rough with it. Something is happening. It has never stopped happening. You simply cannot see it yet, and that is not the same thing as it not being real. Here is the problem you have not been able to name. You have quietly begun to believe that if you cannot see movement, there is no movement. You have begun to measure my faithfulness by what is visible, by the answered email, the healed body, the returned love, the changed heart of another person. And when none of those things arrive on your timetable, a small voice starts to whisper that I have forgotten you, or worse, that I was never really there at all. This is the lie that has been quietly draining your hope, that my silence means my absence, that stillness on the surface means stillness underneath. Dear one, nothing could be further from the truth. A seed buried in dark soil looks, from the outside, exactly like nothing. No shoot, no color, no sign of life. And yet underneath, in the place you cannot see, it is splitting open. It is doing the most important work of its entire existence in the dark, before it ever shows itself in the light. This is what I want you to receive today. My invisible work is not lesser than my visible miracles. Often it is the deeper and more important work. As it is written, my child, I do not slumber nor sleep, but I watch over you continually, even in the hours when you cannot feel my hand moving. As it is written in Psalm 121, verse 3-4. Read that again, beloved. The watcher of Israel does not close his eyes, not for one moment. Not on the night you cried yourself to sleep. Not on the morning you woke up and nothing had changed. I was awake, I was working. I told this to my own disciples, and I tell it to you now. My Father is always at his work, and I too am always at mine, as it is written in John 5:17. This was not a small statement. It was a declaration that my work never pauses, not on the Sabbath, not in the silence, not in the waiting room of your life. While you sleep, I am working. While you weep, I am working. While you wonder if you have been forgotten, I am moving pieces you cannot see into places you have not yet imagined. You have been taught, perhaps without knowing it, that faith is mostly about the moment of the miracle, the parting of the sea, the multiplying of the bread, the opening of blind eyes. But beloved, every miracle you have ever read about in my word had a hidden season before it. Moses spent 40 years in a desert before he ever raised his staff. Joseph spent years in a pit and a prison before he ever stood in a palace. None of that time was wasted. None of it was empty. It was the invisible work that made the visible miracle possible. There is a reason I said, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what I have prepared for those who love me. As it is written in Isaiah 64 verse. Did you notice? No eye has seen it. Not yet. Some of what I am doing for you right now is being prepared in a place your eyes were never meant to reach in advance. If you could see it all now, beloved, you would not need faith at all. And faith, tender and tested, is what I am forming in you even more carefully than I am forming your answer. Now let us go beneath the surface, because I know there is a deeper wound here, not just a theological question. Somewhere in your story, waiting became associated with rejection. Perhaps someone in your life made you wait as a form of punishment. Perhaps a promise was made to you once and quietly broken. And so now, when I ask you to wait, some old and tender part of you flinches, expecting the same abandonment all over again. The enemy has taken that old wound and pressed it against my silence, whispering that my delay is the same as that person's neglect. But beloved, I am not like the ones who left you waiting and never came through. I am not slow, as some understand slowness. I am patient, and my timing is not neglect. It is love wrapped in wisdom you cannot yet see. This is the deeper layer I want to heal in you today. Not just your circumstance, but your relationship with waiting itself. I want you to stop treating my silence as evidence against me and start treating it as evidence of a work too intricate to rush. And here, beloved, is the turning point. What if the very thing you interpreted as my absence was actually the clearest sign of how much I love you? A parent does not rush the healing of a broken bone, even though the child begs to run again immediately. Not because the parent does not care, but because the parent cares too much to let impatience cause more damage. I am not withholding from you. I am protecting the process that will hold you for the rest of your life. I want you to shift in this moment from asking why hasn't anything changed to asking what is he building in the place I cannot see. That shift is not resignation. It is not giving up. It is the beginning of a deeper trust than you have ever known. The kind of trust that does not need to see the ending to believe in the author. This is what faith actually is. The assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. As it is written in Hebrews 11:1. Read it slowly, beloved. Faith was never designed to operate in the visible. It was designed, from the very beginning, to hold steady in exactly the space you are standing in right now. The space between the promise and the proof. And I want to remind you of this, gently but firmly. I work all things together for the good of those who love me, who are called according to my purpose, as it is written in Romans 8:28. Not some things, all things, the delay you resent, the door that closed, the relationship that did not go the way you hoped. Every one of these is a thread I am weaving into something you have not seen the full pattern of yet. You are not looking at the back of the tapestry and calling it finished. There is more coming. So what do I ask of you now, beloved? Not as a burden, but as an invitation. I ask you to change what you are watching for. Stop staring only at the circumstance, waiting for it to move, and start paying attention to what is happening in you. Is your patience deepening? Is your trust becoming quieter and less desperate? Is there a peace beginning to settle in you that was not there 6 months ago, even though the outward situation looks the same? That peace is not an accident. That is the fingerprint of my invisible work. I also ask you to keep speaking to me, even when it feels repetitive, even when it feels unheard. Every prayer you have prayed has been received, catalogued, and is being answered in a sequence and a timing that only I can see in full. Nothing you have said to me has been wasted breath, and I ask you to rest your body and your striving. Not your hope, but your striving. Because some of what you are trying to force into being by your own effort is something I am already forming by my hand, in the dark, where roots grow strongest. Let your prayers become less like demands and more like conversations with someone you trust is already at work. Let your waiting become an act of worship instead of an act of anxiety. This is not passivity, beloved. This is the posture of someone who has stopped needing to see in order to believe. So hear me now, dear one. As I speak this over you, you are not forgotten. You were never forgotten. Every hour that has felt silent has been an hour I was awake, working, weaving, preparing. I am the God who does not sleep over you. The God who is always at work even when the room looks empty. The God who has prepared for you what your eyes have not yet seen and your mind has not yet conceived. What looks unfinished to you is not unfinished to me. What looks delayed is not denied. I am building, beloved, in the dark soil beneath everything you can see, and what I am growing in you will not be shaken when it finally breaks through the surface. Stand still a little longer. I am not done. I was never absent, and I will finish what I have already begun in you.